Hey everyone, this is Nick Winkleman, Head of Athletic Performance and Science for the Irish Rugby Football Union. Back again, this time to talk about speed. In one of our last videos, we went through a series of marching and skipping patterns that most certainly will help you with what we typically call your top end speed. So running as fast as you can, or equally help you with your movement mechanics, jogging around the neighborhood. Today we're going to be specifically looking at acceleration. Call it your short speed. So if we put it in a rugby context, defensively, this is your ability to cover ground very, very quickly to make that tackle, closing space, if you would. Equally, imagine ball in hand, you've sidestepped, you're on the attacking side, and you see space in front of you, that ability to quickly hit the hole and consume space. So whether it's an attacking viewpoint or a defensive viewpoint, acceleration is critical for our game and critical for movement health in general. Because a lot of us aren't going to have 20 to 40 meters to work on these skills, we're going to take you through a series of drills we use with our players all the time called acceleration wall drills. Any wall will do, inside or outside. Just make sure it's sturdy enough to hold your body weight. For our first movement, we're simply going to establish the body position that we want to see with acceleration. The wall is simply going to allow us to get into that body position. So here I have the front wall of my house. I'm simply going to address it, find a bit of real estate, and my hands are just going to go in line to slightly outside my shoulders at shoulder height. From here, all I want to do is take a big step back. Not so far back that I feel like I'm going to fall on my face, but also not so close that I feel like I'm standing straight up. Imagine if your body was a piece of wood actually wedged against the wall, holding it. That's the ideal position. Feet should be together as if they're inside a tiny circle, and body from head to heel should be strong and long like steel. So quite literally, you're wedged, you're holding this wall up. For our first movement then, we're going to do what we call a posture hold. We're simply going to bring that right knee up as if we're in that model position we might expect of Usain Bolt coming off the line. And we're simply going to hold this for 5 seconds. Head to heel remains silent. After 5 seconds, I'm going to switch, push it nice and long. That back heel might be slightly off the ground or flat. Doesn't matter as long as you have good tension. Front leg is not loose like a wet fish, right? It's nice and strong, as if I'm literally trying to drive through the wall. And relax. 5 seconds each side. Once we have our posture hold, then we can move into a load and lift. Simply meaning, can we move slowly out of that movement and then fast back into it to repeat and recycle, giving yourself practice in getting into that position. So once again, I find my spot on the wall. I set my good wedge angle. I set my posture head to heel nice and long, and I start with my right leg forward again. And all you're going to say to yourself are 2 words: load and lift. When I say load, you're imagining there's a bungee on your heel pulling you back into this angled squat position. And when I say lift, you're driving right back up, locking in that position that we showed during the posture hold. Okay, think of it as your sprinter stance. So load, long, lift. Load, pushing back, lift. Load, lift. Again, if you do this right, you're going to feel that nice strong impulse through the wall, through the building. Start slow. As you feel comfortable, speed it up, especially on the lift. So we started with posture hold. We then worked in and out of that posture hold with a load and lift. Now we're going to start to work on alternating those legs using a marching pattern. Now if you watched our marching and skipping video, you would have already seen this. We're simply going to put it now at an angle using the wall as our assistant. So I readdress the wall. The position we start in will be the position we end in, nice and strong, head to heel. I hold the wall doesn't hold me. Right leg is up. Now in my mind's eye, I'm staring at the wall, but I'm going to focus on that footprint, that little circle my feet started in. And when I say go in my head, go, I'm simply going to target that circle, target that footprint. Back, 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 back. Now I'm going to do that for about 10 contacts each side, roughly 10 to 15 seconds. In going through that, head to hip, upper body silent, and as we say for some rhyme, lower body violent. So lower body is moving, upper body is nice and silent. hitting that footprint, hitting that circle each time, starting to establish the rhythm more akin to actual acceleration. So once we've established posture, our ability to get in and out of that posture, and now our marching pattern, some actual rhythm of running, we're now going to add the speed element and what we call a single and then a double exchange to cap this out. So again, I find my wall, find my circle or my footprint. Head to heel strong as steel, lock it in, okay? We like to think of our lower body as a hammer, and we're hammering the ground. Right leg is up. The call now is going to be switch. Switch, 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 switch. Again, similar to the march, we should see that that upper body is silent, that lower body is violent, aggressively driving back. Those legs move at the exact same time. If you're finding that your body is moving around or that you have any looseness, you probably need to work on the speed that you're driving. So within this, you're going to get a little bit of feedback, and thus with practice, get better. For our final movement, we're going to go from that single now to that double exchange. So find your wall, find your footprint, again, everything with precision here, head to heel nice and strong, right leg is up. So if single exchange is making one, double is obviously two. So switch, bump, bump, switch, bump, bump, switch, bump, bump, switch, bump, bump. With this, the key is to keep everything big. When it comes to acceleration, we talk about this idea of power over quickness. So you're going to want to make those short, temper tantrum type steps, but keep these nice and big and explosive. With our posture hold, we want to be holding it roughly 5 seconds each side. With our load and lift, 5 repetitions each side. With our marching pattern, roughly 10 seconds, so 5 seconds per leg. With our single exchange, again, 5 contacts each side. And with our double exchange, 5 rounds each side. So we'll keep it simple, 5 movements, 5 reps of each one, and or 5 seconds, whatever you'd like. Bringing these movements into your home will allow you to improve your acceleration so that when you're able to leave it, you'll be able to move a lot faster on and off the pitch.